Hi everyone, it's me, your host through a world of discovery. A mysterious fossil of what could be the first dinosaur zombie has been discovered in Canada. The creature is so bizarre that scientists aren't even sure it's real. What they do know is that this dinosaur was brought back to life after being killed. But how? Keep watching to find out the truth about dinosaur zombies and mummies. But first, if you love dinosaurs and all things prehistoric, then make sure you subscribe to the channel to be the first to know when we release a new video. The mysterious fossil was found by Wendy Sloboda, a paleontologist with the Royal Tyrrell Museum of Paleontology in Alberta, Canada. The fossil is a horned dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous, period between 76 and 75 million years ago. It's one of only two known fossils of this species, which makes it extremely rare and valuable. But that's not why it's made headlines around the world. The dinosaur was found with its jaw missing, and something else scientists didn't expect. Inside the dinosaur's head, there was a massive rock that looked like a brain. At first, Sloboda thought it was just a fossilized brain. But after examining it closely, she realized it wasn't the right shape. It was too big, like an oversized water balloon. And it was filled with a spongy material that shouldn't have fossilized. She explained that brains are usually completely destroyed during the fossilization process because they're soft and squishy. They contain no minerals and are mostly made up of water. That means the only way this would be possible is if the dinosaur had died in a way that quickly mummified its brain. This could have happened in a number of ways, but the most likely explanation is that it was still alive when it was encased in mud. Sloboda said that a torrent of mud could have washed over the dinosaur and buried it, killing it almost instantly and preserving its body. This would explain why the rest of the fossil is in such good condition. It also explains why the brain is in such good condition. However, there's another bizarre twist to this story. When scientists examined the interior of the dinosaur's skull, they found a second brain. This second brain is much smaller than the first one and appears to be an actual fossilized brain. So here's what we think happened. First, the dinosaur was killed and buried in a torrent of mud. This preserved its body and kept it safe from scavengers and the elements. Over time, the mud hardened into stone, turning into a type of rock called caliche. The dinosaur's flesh decomposed, leaving behind only its skeleton. Eventually, the rock eroded away, revealing the skeleton and the mummified brain. At some point, a small animal may have climbed into the dinosaur's skull and deposited its own brain matter. The second brain may have come from a bird that nested in the dinosaur's skull. Birds are the direct descendants of dinosaurs, so it makes sense that a bird would choose a dinosaur skull as a nesting site. But there's still one major question. Why does the inner brain look so much like a modern bird brain when it's 75 million years old? Well, that's because it is a modern bird brain. This is a case of a false fossil, something that looks ancient but is actually much younger than it appears. It's very possible that this inner brain came from a pigeon or some other type of bird. Perhaps it was eaten by a predator and regurgitated into the dinosaur's skull. Or maybe it fell out of a nest and got stuck inside the skull. Either way, it is a relatively recent addition to this fossil, and it has nothing to do with the dinosaur itself. Unfortunately, the outer brain cannot tell us anything about how the dinosaur died or what caused its jaw to break off. It also can't tell us if this was truly a zombie dinosaur. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe my channel if you want to support my work. See you next time.